So I suspect we aren't going to agree on Avatar. It does seem to me the industry is being peculiarly stupid about it. They got 300,000 free advertisements. Avatar is something you cannot consume sensibly on a small screen. You need the big screen experience to appreciate all the work they put into that. And what it did, this immediate consumption of it, was create an enormous demand for going to the cinema, which has benefited the film extremely. And that is, it seems to me, the fundament of this film. We must get the industry to see this as an opportunity and not as a threat. We must get the industry to be in there selling these downloads. If the industry had been in there selling it $1 a time, it would be better off for it. And it would still get the advertising. It's the refusal of the industry to deal with the way that the world has moved on and that technology, what technology makes possible, to try and stick with their old ways of doing things, to try and stick with the idea that you can release a film in the United States today and wait 6 months to release it in the UK. This is just looking backwards attitude, which we should not support through legislation. Yes, we should support copyright, but yes, we should direct ourselves at real losses and not imagined losses. I do not believe that the makers of Avatar have lost $1. In fact, I think they have gained a great deal from the piracy. We should not seek to punish people for losses that have not occurred. And when we come back to the question of what is going to happen on this bill, after what I agree are shaping up to be quite reasonable preliminary procedures, we must have something to make sure that Norwich Pharmacal orders are not given willy-nilly to people who have not gone through this procedure. We've produced some comfort for the citizen in this bill. We've at least got to make sure judges consider whether or not this procedure should not be used before Norwich Pharmacal orders are granted. And we must do something about the quantum of damages which is being sought, because in a civil procedure on a technical matter, it amounts to blackmail, because the cost of defending one of these things is reckoned to be £10,000. You can get away with asking for £500 or £1,000 and be paid on most occasions without any effort having to be made to really establish guilt. It is straightforward legal blackmail, and we must do something about it by making sure that where damages are asked for, they are at least for first offenders at a rational level.
Avatar is the second highest grossing film in history, so I think, at the moment. So it's hardly affected it, a few downloads has happened. So I don't think we can quite say that it's completely bankrupting the film industry doing it. And in fact, the fact that it has a technical thing in there, which is a 3D, which makes it far more enjoyable to see in a cinema, I think points to the way perhaps that the industry should be looking.